Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where we talk about this niche sort of project management that we typically find in the world of startup. Now, what makes startup project management different from other types of project management? Well, it's really the dynamic environment that we're working in. It's the elements of ambiguity that are in startup. It's the idea of, continually getting better and creating and innovating and that sort of a thing. Typically, startup project managers also are going to wear a lot of hats, and so we'll find ourselves in product development and client support, as well as the day-to-day project management, working closely with our engineers and design teams, or whatever industry we're in, working with those people who are really building the things. So that's what makes startup project management different. I love talking with people about this area, about how to do it more effectively, about some things that I've learned over the years that have helped me in this area. And of course, I love sharing them with you on this channel. So one of the things that I've heard is one of the more daunting tasks that we have as startup project managers, especially as first-time project managers, is that of delivering or presenting ideas or progress to leadership. Now, I don't want you to feel daunted. I want you to feel courageous, and I want you to feel confident that you have all of the information you need. Because in truth, you do. As project manager, you're the one who has it all in your head anyway. So there's no reason to feel nervous. It's just we need to figure out a way to present that to leadership that is going to come across to them in the most effective way. And typically, the best way to do that is to be concise and to the point. And one of the better ways that I have found to think about this is really, it's almost like you're marrying an elevator pitch with a user story to kind of describe where it is that you're at with the project, or if you're presenting a new idea or a new project to leadership, you want to get that point across to them there as well. So with the elevator pitch, elements of that, we're thinking, we want to be as brief as possible. We want to explain it in a way that anyone could understand it, right? So that's what we know we do in an elevator pitch. Now, an elevator pitch is typically about 30 seconds. You may be longer than that when you're presenting this idea to leadership, and that's fine. I think 30 seconds is pretty brief. So they're probably expecting a little more from you than 30 seconds, but you certainly don't want to get into like the 5 to 10 minute mark there with presenting where it is you're at with the project. So think brief, like you would with an elevator pitch. Think presenting those ideas in a way that anyone could understand them. Now with the user story, you're bringing some of those elements in as well, right? Because user stories are typically brief. You're presenting that idea in a way that anyone could understand it, but you're also presenting it from the perspective of that user and what value is going to be brought to that user. So you always want to bring that in to your presentation to leadership. What value is going to be brought from this project? And specifically, how is it going to add value to leadership? You want to show that you are responding to customers' needs, that project is going to fulfill some needs that you have. It's going to increase your customer retention or your client engagement or whatever it is, because it needs to come down to that bottom line, right? So even having some metrics or data around that to support those things would also be helpful. We want to have some of those hard numbers and facts when we present to leadership. So really what we're looking for here is something brief. It's something that clearly describes what it is that we're doing. And it's something that where we can see there's some tangible value, and we have calculated what that value will be. We have some numbers associated with it there. So if you can do those things when you're presenting to leadership, you have done everything you need to do. That is going to be an effective presentation. It's going to give them what they need to move on and make some more high-level decisions there. And you're going to walk out of there feeling really good about yourself because you have just given a great presentation as a startup project manager. So I hope these tips help you out next time you give a presentation to leadership. I'd love to hear about it. Love to hear your thoughts about it. So if you have any, please leave them in the comments. I'll see you next time.